Ultimate flooring guy here again, on my knees again. I am a God-fearing man, so I'm either on my knees praying or I'm on my knees doing flooring. But anyway, I want to let you know, if you go to ultimateflooringguy.com, you can get all your flooring needs met. Luxury vinyl planks is mainly what we sell right now. I want to show you, I'm in this house, if you can show that. Dehumidifier over there. If there's some moisture going on, they did have a leak a while ago. I'm just making sure all the moisture's out. I did run that already before I laid the floor. But as a flooring guy, you professionals out there, you might want to invest in one of those. I got that at Lowe's for like 170 bucks. I think it'll cover 3,500 square feet, so almost a whole house, pretty much. A big house, actually. And you have some customers that are having moisture issues, and you might want to go in and run that for a little bit, just to make sure all the moisture is out before you lay a floor. I actually let a customer of mine borrow it for a while. It's good for customer relations, and I just got it back from him, so I'm using it here. Anyway, I want to show you all how to finish out a little section like this. I'm towards the end of this job, finishing out these little sections, and I'll put over here, this right here is going to get a molding, like transition piece we call it. So that'll go there. I'll put quarter round behind that first, but this will finish out like this. And so over here, when you have a little section like this, make sure it's not that difficult. The last piece is the one that I'm really wanting to show you how to do. But this vinyl is 4.5 millimeters. It's got a padding on the back, neoprene padding. This is from Cali Vinyl. This is my main distributor. I love this product. The locking mechanisms are awesome. I've been doing vinyl since it came out. So it came out, Luxury Vinyl Planks came out around 2007. Cortec was the originator of it. They had a cork backing on the back, and yeah, that's how it all started. And now it's revolutionized the industry, especially here in where I'm at in southeastern North Carolina near Wilmington. We a lot of moisture issues naturally, and then we get hurricanes and things like that. So luxury vinyl plank is pretty much all we're doing now in this area of the country, but it is good anywhere. It's so stable. This one in particular from Cali has 60% crushed stone. It's usually limestone, and then 40% plastic, but most of the other manufacturers are the flip of that. It's 60% plastic and then 40% stone, so they're not as stable. And also this has a 20 mil wear layer, so that's 20 layers of polyurethane to go on the top finish of this. That is considered commercial grade, and this is one of their, I don't want to say lower end products, but its price point is very good for the value that you get. I love this product, even though it's a little bit thinner, it's more dense. Some of these other thicker vinyls, they just insert more air into the actual structure of it. It's not as dense. Like, that's why I like this. The locking mechanisms are unbelievable. I just pretty much hit this. I don't know if you saw me, I was just hitting like this and it just locks in place. It's called a drop lock system. I can literally lay thousands. Like, if I have an open space by myself, I can, in a day, a full day, I can do like 1,000 square feet. I have these rollers here. For you professionals out there, I definitely recommend investing in these. They're $50 and you can just roll around and really bang out a lot of square footage. So right now, need my pencil. What I'm gonna do, when you get to the end here, you want the same edge facing each other, because when I flip it, that's the edge that will lock into here. I call it the male and the female end, but this is PG video. Anyway, so just mark it like that. And then what I'm gonna do is hold my finger here and just run down the edge like that. That takes a little practice, but that's how I do it. And then just take a carpet knife, cut right down the edge. I've done this thousands, millions of times, I don't know. Now, this here, there is a little space, and that's what you want because quarter round will be covering this. And then I need should have had all my tools ready before I started this video. Where are my other crowbars? But this one will work. And we just get it nice and snug in there. You have to get it up on an angle to get it to go in. All right, we're nice and snug there. Now, our next piece. So when you're in the flooring industry and you're doing this every day, you need to learn how to conserve your product, basically. A lot of these jobs, you're really tight on the material because you want to come in at a good price. So you just want to, like, over the years, I've learned how to get my pricing right, basically because I've done it so much and I've learned where to be. I'm usually right in the middle because I do value my work, and you're going to get the best quality install. But at the same time, if you're way over with your amount, say you're 25% over what the actual square footage is, that's going to reflect in your pricing, and you'll bid yourself right out of a job. So you need to make sure you're right there. I usually do 10% on normal jobs. I did a herringbone pattern last summer. Those waste a lot more. And sometimes when you have really wide planks, you have to account a little bit more because you're wasting more. But typically you're going from side to side. You're using the cut that you made over there to start the next row over here, or you'll use it somewhere in the job. This one got a little banged up in the delivery or handling it, so I can always use these pieces. You just have to know where and how. So basically this piece is going to get cut. So this that got broken will never even be an issue because it's going to get cut off here in a second. So basically, you take always the same side. If you see that's the same as that, I'm just going to cut to get my length there. This is why I love vinyl planks. When I came into the industry, I was doing hardwood flooring. There's a lot of tools you have to use. You have to have a compressor running all day. It's just a lot of labor. You have to get saws out to cut. Like this type of cut right here, you have to do on a table saw. And now, just mark it with your pencil, score it. And now, my friend, another taller friend of mine called me gorilla hands because I just snap these. A lot of guys will go to a table saw, even with vinyl planks. Some of the vinyl planks are a little bit thicker. I will use a table saw because you can't really do what I'm doing right now, but typically anything less than ½ inch, I'm usually just break them with my hands. So the ultimate flooring guy can also be called gorilla hands. If you want, call me whatever you want. Just go to theultimateflooringguy.com and get all your flooring needs met. How about that? All right, so now I'm marking around this. This will get covered. I might have to cut this like about right there to get quarter round under there. You're always leaving a little bit of a space for expansion and contraction. This doesn't expand and contract like a hardwood floor by no means, but there is a little bit. And you also have something called thermal expansion with vinyl planks. So if the sun hits it directly, it will cause the vinyl to expand a little bit. So you want to keep, it's not a huge issue, but it can be an issue in certain cases. Like if you had skylights and sun was constantly hitting the vinyl planks, it might expand a little bit to where you may have an issue, but it's typically, that's why I love this product because you really don't have hardly any issues. Yeah, this cut's a little bit wide, but it'll be covered by quarter round. I actually have a piece right here. As you're going along, if you ever have an issue, just take a scrap piece of quarter round and make sure it's gonna cover. And then I hit that into place, and that's it. Ultimate flooring guy.